The current average total fertility rate across the continent of Europe is 1.4. It means, on average, a woman there will have 1.4 children in her lifetime. Now, we know that to keep a population perfectly stable, that number needs to be 2.1. That's the replacement fertility rate. Now, let's imagine that the global fertility rate was 1.4 and stays there going forward. How many years would it take for humans to go extinct? By extinction, I'm assuming a population of less than 1,000, which is a dangerously small population for any species. Mathematically, a fertility rate of 1.4 means that every new generation is roughly one-third smaller than the one that came before it. Let's do the math. At first, the numbers drop fast. In just 150 years, which is about 5 generations, our global population would plummet from 8 billion down to just about 1 billion. By year 300, we'd be down to 138 million. But here is where the nature of exponential decay gets interesting. It slows down. As the population gets smaller, the absolute number of people we lose each generation shrinks. To get from 8 billion people down to fewer than 1,000 people, it takes 1,200 years. That is roughly 40 generations of human history. Now, realistically, humanity would face what biologists call functional extinction long before we hit that 1,200-year mark. By around year 1,000, there would be fewer than 10,000 humans left on Earth. If those 10,000 people are scattered across empty continents, the distances would be too vast. Communities would become isolated. Genetic diversity would collapse. And without a critical mass of people to maintain medicine, power grids, or infrastructure, the remaining population would struggle to survive. But this is all just pure math on a chalkboard. And the real world doesn't work like a rigid math equation. Demographics are cyclical. They are not permanent laws of physics. Right now, fertility rates are low in Europe and parts of Asia because of specific modern pressures: skyrocketing housing costs, the structure of modern careers, and the sheer financial strain of raising a child. But imagine a world where the global population shrinks by half. Suddenly, housing becomes abundant and incredibly cheap. Resources are plentiful. The societal and economic pressures that make having children difficult today would completely flip. History shows us that humanity adapts. Long before we ever reach the danger zone, governments, cultures, and economic systems would shift to encourage growth again. A fertility rate of 1.4 brings very real challenges for our economies and our pension systems in the next few decades. It means we are heading into a demographic winter. But a demographic winter is not a demographic extinction. We have time to figure it out.